Hey guys, this is Gil from Bassett Home Furnishings in Raleigh, North Carolina. I talked a little bit last time about color and about different types of color and using color theory in your home. Now I'm going to use one of the practical aspects of it. When you're working on your room, and again, it's your room, let a designer advise you and guide you in the direction. Don't let a designer tell you what to do unless you want them to. They should take your ideas, be able to incorporate them into your lifestyle and your look. Even if you like pink and orange and blue together, they should be able to work that in an appealing manner. And the end result should be a project that both you and the designer are proud of and you want to live in. That's the most important part of this. So we're going to take the idea of color and kind of use a practical aspect, and I'll show you two different ways you can go with color. Now, a lot of us nowadays identify ourselves as eclectic, which means a mixture of traditional and modern. So you've got several different things from family that you've inherited. You've got new pieces, and you want to work all this in together. How you do that, and we're just going to use some basics right now. We're going to talk about color. Like I did last time, I talked about color and talked about warm and colds and that type of thing. Let's say we take some warmer grays, if you guys can see that. These are grays that have a yellow tone to the back of them, which means they've been mixed with yellow. Primary colors are red, blue, and yellow. So every color pretty much has those colors to them, either tinted, which is lightened up, or shaded, which is darkened. Okay, so we're going to use this as the base color for our house. All right, this is going to be probably your dominant color throughout the house, accent color. So we're looking at 60% and 30%. All right, so let's say we do the house that way. Let's do a couple of accent colors, or 10% of what your color palette is. Let's say you like yellows. Let's do some of these neutrals, which are the muddier yellows, okay? They've got a neutral base to them, more earthier, I should say. So let's say that's what we're using, along with these grays, okay? So that's our color palette. So that's a really great color palette. It's got some warmth to it. Let's use a couple of fabrics that's going to accentuate it. Let's say we do a dominant aspect in our upholstery as a neutral, a straw color. And then we add some of these accents in, which are these yellows. Cool? All right, they've got some grays to them, they've got some yellow to them. Dominant again are the grays. Dominant in some of the upholstery's grays too, different shades of straws and grays together. Gives a very warm feeling to your room. It gives a nice open feeling to your room. Now, you might say, I'm more modern with that palette. How do I do that to mix my other pieces in? All you got to do is grab something like this great rug. It's one of these exclusives here at Bassett, and you work this rug into it. Now, overall, this rug has got a really cool look to it. It looks like little squares around. It looks almost like a tile, painted tile. So that gives you modern fresh. It's got gray in it. It's got pops of black to it. You could do some of the new brass pieces with it. I know brass is back. So if you put that in your room, along with this color palette and the fabrications, what a great look, right? Okay, so that's one way of doing it. What if you say you're traditional, but you still love this palette and you still like those fabrics? Find a rug that's got a little bit of a traditional content in it, or context to it. But how they've done the rug is more of a threadbare. They've added some fresher colors to it. If you'll notice, this rug's got grays in it, it's got taupes in it, it's got neutrals in it. Also has some great topazes in it, which will work really great with this palette, especially with a lot of the new grays on the floors. And a lot of people are doing white trim, white cabinets in the kitchen, stainless, and doing some really great granites or a more monochromatic feel to the room. These are great palettes to go with. Again, if you don't like the mustards, don't like the yellow, gray palettes are great. They are the new neutral. What we used to know as beige, those of us have been around for a while. You can add any color to it as pop color. Just remember, as your color palette, 60, 30, 10. 60 dominant, 30 is your secondary, 10 is your accent color. Okay, thank you, and come see us here at Bassett.